today's the day, Ben.
May the 7th.
May the 7th. It is the general election, and it's looking like the closest general election in years.
I can't call it.
I don't think anyone can call it. All the polls are showing them very tight between Labour and Conservative. Who knows what the Liberal Democrats are going to do? There are rumours that they might be wiped out entirely, but they're pretty confident they're going to win seats. So it really is, I think, very tight to call this time.
I think there might be only one way we can actually decide this.
How's that?
Well, they keep calling it the battle for number 10, so I'm going to say let's have the battle for number 10.
Oh, I see.
So you see what I've gone for here? It's a sort of going to be a four-way fight.
Excellent. Oh, there's David Cameron. Okay. Yeah. Now, of course, David Cameron, he's looking very suave there.
He is. I must apologise for this straight away. I had a mare trying to make them look anything like the real deal.
Really?
I even went to the effort of morphing their face onto the superstars here, but I couldn't get it.
Didn't work?
No, this just looks awful.
That's a shame. Although it doesn't look that different to the way David Cameron should look. Although David Cameron doesn't quite walk with that swagger.
He doesn't quite have that swagger. Maybe he will tomorrow.
Yeah, well, he may well do, yes. I wonder how David Cameron would really walk on for this sort of thing. Because the walk-on music he's got right here isn't, I think, his normal choice.
No. I tried to pick something as regal as possible. Yeah.
What would you normally go for? He'd probably say he'd like something like the Arctic Monkeys.
I know.
Because, he always tries to pick something very modern and particularly popular at the time.
Fortunately, that wasn't an option for this, so I just went with the cheesiest thing I could find.
Now see, this is the sort of thing that when election time comes round, that politicians love to do. They love to do things that are a little bit out there, a little bit different. Oh, so who's this coming out now?
Well, who do you think?
That's got to be Clegg, isn't it? Look at him.
Yeah, I went with the more casual look for Clegg. Well, I thought, no tie, shirt unbuttoned.
He is the more casual of them, isn't he?
Yeah. I
saw a picture of him the other day trying to look like a normal person, as they all try and do in an election campaign, and he was buying fish.
Is that a normal thing?
Well, apparently so. I think if you're a politician, you think that's what people do. Now, when I buy fish, I don't know about you, Ben, but I tend to go to a supermarket and just get a tin of tuna.
Yeah.
This was a proper fishmonger's he was in. He was sort of, I don't know whether it was some sort of conger eel that he was taking on. If I'm honest with you, he looked close to defeat holding a dead fish. So, be interesting to see. But yeah, very casual man, just does what normal people would do.
Absolutely.
So we quite like that. Now, who's going to come up next here? This must be, of course, Ed.
Well, it might be.
Oh, here we go. Oh, red tie.
Here he comes.
Here he comes. Oh, he's looking very confident, isn't he?
Yeah.
I'd imagine he's almost going to say, hell yeah! Any moment. Oh, look at him stride.
I really couldn't quite make that nose wide enough.
Yeah, his mouth's a bit straight. You haven't done enough wonkiness on the mouth. And there's no messing about with him, is there? No. He's not going to meet the...
no faffing about.
He's not meeting the electorate. He's just going straight to the ring. He's ready for this. Look at him. Hell yeah! He's trying his best, isn't he? And his best is a little bit, below par. But he's doing the job. Right, this is a four-way fight, so competitor number 4...
It can only be.
Nigel Farage.
Here he is.
Oh, that's brilliant. He would have caught us. Oh, he's a bit mincy. He's a little bit mincy.
Yeah, he's determined, I call it.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I would say that now. I know he's had problems with his back ever since that plane crash 5 years ago. But he's looking pretty ready for this.
There you go.
And he's gone for the lycra, which is an incredible option.
I quite like this idea for him, and also it saved me having to do another face.
So this is the fight between them now. I think at this point of the fight, as it just started, I would like to make a prediction.
Okay.
I'm going with Farage here. Look at him go there. Look at him.
He is more dressed for the occasion, isn't he?
Yeah, and he's been. Look at him go with Miliband there.
I would have said Clegg would be my money.
What, quiet, effective?
Yeah.
Yeah,
sort of.
Where have you been the last 5 years? I mean, quiet, yes. I mean, if they really did have a fight, if the four of them got together and had a proper old fight, who would genuinely win?
Probably Farage. I reckon he fights dirty.
See, I think there'd be a lot of grabbing at the bollocks. I think
eye gouging.
Yeah, I do. I think he'd play dirty, but he'd be very subtle about it. Now, Cameron, I think. You see, he's an old Etonian, isn't he? He probably believes that he's somehow born to win.
Do you think they were taught wrestling at Eton?
No, but I would imagine it's just part of the routine in the dormitories.
Do you think?
Yeah, I'd imagine if you're at Eton, there's a fair amount of wrestling that goes on. It's probably more like sort of that Turkish wrestling,
right?
You know, where there's a lot of oils involved. I mean, I don't know.
No, you don't.
I don't know. I didn't go to that school, but I just imagine that the night times in the dormitories are very active.
Are you seeing an early favourite here?
Well, I was going for Farage, but he spent a lot of time on the floor in the last few seconds.
Yeah.
That's a lovely move by Miliband there. Although, look at Cameron Gutler, he's smacking him right in the head.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, look at that. I mean, Farage isn't getting up from that anytime soon.
No.
Cameron's gone out the ring. He's going to play dirty.
Oh, I should point out at this point, this is a no-holds-barred fight. Anything goes.
Do you know what? If he got that swinging, he would have killed Clegg with that.
He's been looking for that for years.
Well, yeah, but I mean, Clegg's been his little lapdog for 5 years. It's a terrible way to finish that relationship, isn't it? It's almost like you've got a dog that's a little bit unwell, and you need to find a way of putting it out of its misery very quickly. And I think Cameron was close to doing that there. Now, see, what I like about this no-holds-barred thing is that really does bring in the dirtiness of the tactics.
I thought it should reflect reality as much as possible.
Yeah, I remember years ago when David Cameron became leader, saying that he wanted an end to dirty politics. Yet he's made quite a career out of dirty politics and mudslinging over the last few months.
I think Nick Clegg has just looked for something under the ring but come up short there.
Yeah, well, there's no surprise there. Oh, a ladder. Jesus Christ. I mean, Cameron's really going for it with the weaponry, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's not holding back, although he's not really using it. He's going to get it. I mean, he's just sort of... I tell you what Cameron's doing, which is very similar to his political way of life.
What's
he's
that?
Just muddying the waters. He's just putting so many things in the way of a good, clean fight. That it's almost impossible for it to be carried out cleanly. Now, Farage is the only one left in the ring now, which is slightly worrying. Clegg looks almost dead. He looks deader than the fish he was holding the other day. This is incredible. Now, of course, this doesn't really tell us anything about their policies,
no.
Ben. So, I mean, is there anything we can garner from the fight in terms of their policies?
I don't think so. I think this is more just a bit of a laugh, really.
Oh, really? Because I think you could potentially look at the way they're fighting and see how their policies might work out. So, I mean, you look at Cameron, who spent a lot of this election campaign talking about the economic plan and sticking to the economic plan, and he's very much sticking to his plan of fighting here, fighting dirty, fighting hard. I mean, I'll give that to him. He's fighting incredibly hard, but he's fighting a bit dirty. He's
a little bit of showboating there. I think there was a little bit of a fist pump.
Yeah, well, that'll be the old Etonian coming out. A little bit of showboating, then a little bit of buggery behind the scenes later. I think you can see with Clegg, the way he's fighting, it's a little bit... I mean, although he's getting quite aggressive there, and that's a lovely move on Cameron. But, oh my God. Look, Farage, there we go. We knew he was dirty.
Is Miliband stuck in the rope there? What's going on?
I think he is, yeah. But no, I think you can tell by the way Clegg fights that he's a bit unsure, really. He knows he's on a bit of a loser, and he's desperately trying to reassure the crowd and tell them that no, he can win. He can be a part of the winning government.
There's not much. It's quite brutal, isn't it? It's quite a physical fight. Not much sort of tactics.
Although I would say it's less brutal than one of the television debates.
Oh, we got a pin. 2.
Oh no!
2 count for Farage there.
Now, what's the rules here? Is it
2?
10?
Oh, another close fall there for Cameron on Miliband. It's first one to pin wins.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, so what we're looking for is it's basically first past the post system.
Exactly, yeah.
Now, the crowd, of course, they seem to be... It's very difficult to see which way they want it to go.
How much money would you pay for this fight in reality?
I would pay a good £150.
For a front row seat?
For a front row seat. Or any seat, to be honest. If they said to me, Trev, look, there's going to be a night when there's a no-holds-barred fight between Miliband, Cameron, Clegg and Farage. It's 150 quid a ticket. I'd be there. And I wonder where this fight would be held.
I think it would have to be Buckingham Palace or something.
Buckingham Palace? What a venue.
That would be a great venue.
Do you think the Queen would allow that sort of thing?
I think for a one-off treat. Yeah, why not?
When Cameron went to Buckingham Palace to officially dissolve Parliament, if he was to have said, look, Mom, we're thinking of doing things a little bit differently this time round. We're thinking of having a four-way fight between the main leaders. Could we host it here?
I think it's about time she started giving something back to the people. Yeah.
She go, yes, of course. Yeah, I'll put the ring up. £150 a ticket. It'd be wonderful. Do you think she might get involved?
I don't think so.
No, she wouldn't. Oh my God! Look at that with a hammer. Now the referee in this match.
Quite a hands-off approach so far.
Yeah, is he like the kind of David Dimbleby of the piece? He's sort of in charge. Although I don't know if you notice that David Dimbleby wears very bright ties these days. It's almost like he's got to an age now where he just thinks, I don't give a shit now.
Yeah.
It's like, God bless him, Sir David Frost. Towards the end of his life, the colour of his socks got brighter and brighter.
It would have been great if I could create a sort of Paxman type figure to be a guest referee for this, but I don't think that. I think it was a bit too specialist.
Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame. I would have liked to have seen that. Oh
God,
that's going to hurt. That's really going to hurt.
Oh no.
Now, will this potentially, because there's no sort of protection that any of these are wearing. In the real world of this sort of fighting, would they not wear sort of caps?
I beg to differ. I think you'll notice that Nigel Farage has some lovely elbow and knee pads.
No, yes, but he's got nothing really protecting his head. All right, he's got that gimp mask.
Oh, and was a double pin there.
Was that a double pin?
What would have happened then? We'd have ended up with some coalition.
Well, I mean, oh Jesus. I'll tell you what, Miliband's lost it. He's completely gone mental. I think he's finally had enough. Like, Clegg's probably said to him, look, we'll talk about a coalition. Miliband's going, fuck you, not after last time. He's talking about tuition fees there.
Oh.
He's going, right, tuition fees, you're never going to do that again. Oh, Miliband's gone out now. He's decided he's going for a bacon sarnie.
Oh, we have a pin. 1, 2. Oh. That could have been it. That was almost a 3 count.
I wonder if you were to present Nigel Farage with that image of him, or let's say you were to create one of those leotards, and sort of present it to him, and let's say that Nigel Farage has a say in the next government, maybe forms a coalition. Would you wear that?
I hope so.
I mean, if you were to say to him, look, we've had this specially made for you, Nige, we think it shows you as a man of the people, a man for the people.
You might have to check where it was made. It might have been made in Britain.
We definitely have to have it made in Britain, but it would be of a poor standard, of
course. Coming over here making our leotards.
Now, I think the interesting thing is Miliband, he's got a steely reserve about him, hasn't he? No one's giving him a bacon sandwich yet.
No.
Would a second bring him on a bacon sarnie? I thought that was a little bit unfair, the whole bacon sarnie thing.
It really was. I mean, if you zoom in on anyone eating, they're not going to look good.
No, I mean, a bacon sarnie isn't the easiest thing to eat, especially if the butter's a bit melted. That's going to go on his tie. He's not going to want a stained tie, is he? No, he's got an electorate to impress.
That's it.
Is it all over?
That was it. Farage has done it.
Farage is the winner. Let's have a look at this again. Let's see the replay. What happened?
This is going to be a collection of highlights now from the fight.
Okay, so we see there a bit of a head slam from Cameron on Miliband.
Yeah. I think he pinned Cameron.
Did he?
I think so. I think Farage has pinned Cameron to take the win. So
what we're saying is that the election is going to run very close between Cameron and Farage.
I guess this is the end of our election prediction then.
So therefore we are predicting a UKIP majority.
I guess so.
Is this the final fray? Look at this bit of showboating from Farage. Look at that.
I mean, that's quite some athleticism.
That is. And for a man who came mincing on at the start, you wouldn't expect that sort of move, would you?
No.
But there we have it. The result of the general election. 2015. A little bit moody.
Stroppy.
Farage there, considering he's the winner. And there we have it, Ben. The winner of the general election 2015, Nigel Farage.
Who'd have thought?
We are sitting now in a country led by Nigel Farage, and governed by UKIP.
I'll see you later.